Hey everybody, welcome to my Facebook Live, and if you're watching later, welcome on YouTube. This is Melissa Thomas from C2C Stamping, and I'm excited to show you some of the new catalog items and do a little walkthrough. I know a lot of times we get a new annual catalog and it's hard to kind of know, what's new and what is, what everybody's really excited about. And so I wanted to show you some of the new products and kind of show off what I think are some of the best features of this new catalog. So let me make sure that I can find this feed so I can see all the comments. Yay, there we go. Okay. And I'm gonna mute this. Excellent. If you want to share, that's awesome. I'm actually going to go ahead and share because I feel like I can easily share hopefully on here. Nope, not easy. Okay, no big deal. All right, I'm going to rotate the camera down and we're going to do a little bit of mystery stamping and then I'm going to do a little catalog walkthrough. So hold tight. Okay, so tonight for mystery stamping, I'm actually going to paste in the comments here what you need. So if you haven't seen it yet, I posted earlier. Mystery stamping is just a fun opportunity for us to make a little project together. I'm going to be using the Nature's Prints set, and I'm going to use some of the new Starry Sky and Smoky Slate ink. And then you need a piece of colored cardstock. The measurement is a little different. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, which is a little shorter than we would normally have. Then you need a piece of either Whisper White or Very Vanilla that's 4 by 10, and you're gonna score at 5 or just fold in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I have, I pulled out a bunch of bone folders to take to class today. There we go. Okay. So, and then you're gonna need 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Hey, you're going to need, hey Patsy Palmer, you're gonna need some sort of, either use the scalloped square or a piece that's like 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. A scratch piece and a punch just for your sentiment. We'll decide how we want to punch it later. And then a piece of the DSP, coordinating DSP that's 1 by 12. So I'm going to let you guys kind of work on getting your stuff cut so that we can kind of craft together. If you're on YouTube, I will make sure to put the measurements down below. So, if you didn't catch all of that, that's a-okay. So I always go through the catalog and I make a list of things I like. I usually start with stamp sets and then I kind of look at the papers and the tools and stuff. But this time, so hopefully you have your catalog. That's one thing. And then if you don't have your catalog yet, please let me know and I'm happy to get you one. I want to make sure that everybody can see everything. So I'm trying to get the catalog in view. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So I actually want to start in the back of the catalog. So normally I'm not a back of the catalog. Like that's not normally where I start. I normally start with stamp sets, and there are quite a few stamp sets I'm excited about. But this year's catalog has some really cool surprises and things that I think you're going to want to check out. So one of them is the Hostess benefit page. So Hostess benefits are a great thing. If you have at least $150 in orders, you will want to get your own Hostess benefits. And it might behoove you to kind of wait until you have a $150 order to place an order, because then you'll get that 10%. What's neat about it is it unlocks a few things that you can only get with Hostess dollars. The Sit, Stay, and Relax, which is really cute. It has like a dog and a cat on the chair. It's really a cute set, is one of them. Garden Grandeur, sorry, I have a hard time saying that one, is another. And so is Begin with a Dream, which is a really sweet stamp set for like educators and those of us working in like Girl Scouts and churches and stuff. So it's a really sweet stamp set. But I wanted to point out that there's another one of these Hostess paper packs called Design a Daydream, and it has 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs, and it's a great set. And so this is just a really great paper pack. I think the colors are really fresh and fun, and they coordinate, the images coordinate with a lot of other stamp sets in the catalog. There's kites, there's bicycles, there's beautiful flowers. So just something to think about as you peruse through the catalog. All right, the embossing folders, we got a bunch of brand new embossing folders, and a few of note is this cascading ruffles is really cool. So remember, anything marked with the bright N, there's like an N in hot pink, that is gonna be some of the new embossing folders. There are new mini embossing folders, and then there are new regular size. There's this quatrefoil tile, painted posies. This Into the Clouds one is really neat. It has like clouds and then stripes. So just, look at the tools section, definitely check it out. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is there's quite a few die sets that don't have matching stamp sets. So most of the time, at least in the beginning, I feel like it was always like stamp set, die set, stamp die, stamp die. This time, there's a lot that do not have a matching stamp set and are what I would consider really good basic tool items. This Stylish Shapes is circles and squares and banners all stitched. And this is a really good beginner die set. Like if you don't have the circles and you don't have squares and you don't have banners, this is a really smart beginner set because it's going to cover a lot of your needs. So I really love this Stylish Shapes set. I think there's others. I mean, this giant sequins one is really cool. Is it necessary? Probably not, but is it cool? Yes. I really like the rugged icons, and I'm excited to get those and play with those. You definitely want to use the adhesive sheets with these, but I can see making some really cool Father's Day cards with that. A few other die sets I wanted to point out. There's a new mini pocket envelope. I'm getting this one, and so we'll have a chance to see how little it is, but it does look pretty small. It's really cute though, so you could probably put the pocket on the front of a card, and I think that's gonna be really cute. The pretty pop-ups, so these pieces actually, they like partially die cut and emboss, and you can actually pop up like the wings and stuff of the butterflies on these pieces, which is really cool. So that's a neat set, and I definitely wanted to draw your attention to that set. There's a lot of really cool sets. I'm just gonna say that. There's a new cracker box, which is awesome. We haven't had one of these. I don't know that we've actually had a cracker box, but this is also, the brush shapes is really neat. The designer tags is really cool. Like there's a lot of really, like this Enchanting Details, Marion would say this is very aesthetic. Like she really likes this one. I think that's on her on her wish list. So lots of really cool ways to add texture to your pieces, die cut pieces. So just, look in here because they're not all matched to a stamp set. Just gonna say that. All right. So hopefully you're cutting your paper so that we can make our card together and you've got all your pieces. I did want to mention that there's actually 2 sections with bundles. So as you know, bundles are always 10% off, which is great. And they usually feature the new sets. But like Flowers of Home, which was in our spring catalog, is actually still at the bundled price in the new catalog, which is really great. Charming Sentiments bundle is a bunch of sentiments and then a bunch of dies that fussy cut them out, plus like candles and hearts and some other really useful pieces. This is the set I'm featuring for my paper party. And so the paper party closed yesterday, and I had like several rounds of it fill, but if there are still people interested in the paper party, I just need to fill another round. So it needs to be 4 people in a section. So just FYI. But I just wanted to point out there's really nice, new sets, but also a few returners that are still bundle priced. So just check that out, and then you can kind of decide if there's something from the spring catalog that isn't coming back or isn't, coming back as a bundled price. You can figure out that. Now there's another section for bundles with punches, and I want to point that out in a minute, but I didn't notice this before. There is a Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine Sun Prints collection. So they're packaging the Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine, the paper, the dies, and the stamp sets for one price, which is really wild. And there's also one for the Sending Smiles collection. And I was just like, oh. And then there's also one that has the stylish shapes. Remember I was telling you about those? And the mini machine. And so there's a one code for that too. So I thought that was kind of cool. They've never done anything quite like that, and I think that's really neat. It makes ordering really easy. We like one ordering code. There is a new magnetic plate, and it is available in the United States, and we're very, very excited about that. It is not out for the mini machine yet, but it will be out soon for the mini machine. So the mini magnetic plate is not out, but the one for the standard machine is, and we're really excited. That will be coming soon. I'm jazzed. Some returning punches, and then some new punches, including this decorative circle punch, which is not bundled. So it's just kind of by itself. Again, they've done a lot of this. Really fun new label punch, the songbirds, the cherry, the bottle. The sailboat is coming over, and that is also 10%. This is very, very tiny, just it's a tiny one. And so these triangles are really tiny, but they fit a really cool alphabet die. And then the fish builder. Okay, questions so far? All right, other things I'm excited about. Masking paper. So this is a great way to mask out different areas of your project, add different colors, color block something out so you don't add color. So the masking paper is kind of everything we would use the Post-it notes for before, and then some. And I'll be doing a class on the masking paper. There's some beautiful new ribbons, including ribbons you can stamp on and color. Really nice new combo pack with all the new in-color twines. I think they're really pretty. I feel like you get a good value because you end up getting 10 yards each, which is really great. So that's 50 yards, which is awesome. Some really nice like rose gold. So there's definitely some nice new ribbons, but they've also, carried some over, which is great. There are definitely some new embellishments, so check them out. There's some fun new solid faceted. We've got some glossy dots, some effervescent pieces. So these are small. These would look really good in like the jar builder punch. We've got some rustic metallic. We've got some new florals and sprigs and opal rounds. So a lot of new fun stuff. We've got some great new bags. I love treat packaging where I don't have to work hard. I am recording, Lynn. If I don't have to work hard, I like it. So that's awesome. And I'm really excited about that. These look like really cool coffee bags, but you can stamp on them. And so I'm really excited to play with these peekaboo treat bags. These are perfect for teacher appreciation and welcome back. And so the specialty papers, they definitely added a lot of specialty papers. So we've got the new glimmer paper, brush stroke, distressed gold, and a rose gold that actually has 3 different finishes, an iridescent, a matte, and a metallic. And then this new set of vellum. I'll actually show you that. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. So the new vellum, we have the old vellum still too, no worries. But this new vellum is really cool because it includes solid pieces of vellum, but they're all small. So I feel like this is really usable for like, card fronts and things. And there's a lot of that. Then there's also pieces that have circles on them, which is really cool. So you can kind of highlight a sentiment or a stamped image. There's ones that have like kind of mountain views, and there's a couple of like mountainy type stamp sets. So I'm excited to get to play with that. Then there's some pieces, I think it's 5 each, of these that have kind of like, they're not stars, but they're little sprinkly dots. Nice way to, highlight a sentiment. And then 5 sheets of this like sun print matching kind of look. which goes with the botanical prints. So yeah, really neat. It's $6 for all of this. I think it's a ton. And you know, I think it's really usable. Sometimes I feel like, you know, large sheets of vellum paper are a little bit harder to use. So a couple of things to note here. There's a new Memories and More card pack. I'm actually featuring this in our catalog launch event, which is going to be on Memorial Day. I have a to-go version of this. So if this is something that you've been eyeing, this Texture Chic Memories and More card pack, I'll have some previews of that next week, and I would definitely encourage you to register for that event. There's new craft note cards and envelopes. We used to have craft cards and envelopes, and I missed them. I'm really glad they brought them back. They add a really nice depth. And then this is the new Today is the Day Memories and More card pack. I'll be playing with this, and I think that I'm probably going to be hosting a class with this later on this summer. So all the new pretty papers. Hopefully you're in on the paper share. If you're not, message me. It's not just a share, it's also a party. We're gonna have a Zoom, and we're going to craft, and I'm gonna design cards around each of these packs of paper to show you how to maximize the usage of the paper and really enjoy all the different pieces of the paper. And then we've got not a whole lot of new stuff in this area. There is a new set of masks. Not a whole lot of new stuff there. So I'm gonna kind of skip over to the stamps now, other than the in colors. So there's a new handmade stamp set called Limited Edition. So it includes stamps that you could stamp on the back of a card, but you could also put these on the front of a card, and I think they're really cute. Here's those treat bags, and it's holding like granola, and see how they stamped on it? It's super cute. Really excited about those bags. And then this just kind of shows you how you can like coordinate with flowers, and you can have this, it says limited edition, hello, paper hug from me, which is a really cute stamp set. So, I really like that one. There's some nice new background sets. There's a really nice tropical hideaway one. And then the pretty medallion's nice. And then there's this new bouquet of thanks. I always love a stamp that's like one and done. This is one and done, right? You can add some color. You can highlight it with the white watercolor pencil and kind of add some detail. But I think that I'm all about one and done. And this new Rays of Light one is really nice as well. So I think this is a really cool stamp. And I will be playing with that in the future for sure. All right, so let's skip. There's a lot of new stuff, but I wanted to just highlight some of my favorites. I like the sentiments in the Hughes Happiness Abounds set. Beautiful paper, beautiful set, but the sentiments and the script are really, really nice. Let's see, what else? I marked all my favorites just so I wouldn't forget. Oh, the birds are really cute. I'm excited to see this. Patsy, who's on here, she's getting the birds, and I can't wait to see the birds. This is the Texture Chic stamp set, which coordinates with that Memories and More pack. And it has, what I like is that it has like 4 seasons. So it has like summer, and it has fall and winter and spring, and a lot of really nice sentiments. And it's got a lot of texture. I'm excited to play with this. It's a little outside my wheelhouse. It kind of has like a shabby chic look, which is not normal for me, but I'm excited to give it a try. We're gonna play a little bit with the sun prints tonight, so you'll get a chance to see that. And then, let's see, what is this one leading me to? Oh yes. So a couple of sets here. I really like this Better Days set. I think this is neat to be able to stamp these pieces in here, this frame. And then this is a really cool, this brings all my Girl Scouting vibes out. And then here are those dies, those adventure dies kind of in play. And then the new tech support stamp set. If you have anyone in your life who does computer stuff, this is a really great set. I'll definitely designing a class around that one. And then this set I thought was really cute, full of love. I just love the little script and the envelope with the heart, and I think this is a neat set. So definitely, if there's something in here that you see that you like, let me know, because that helps me to figure out about designing classes. I did really love the Hope and Prayer set. I think it's a really beautiful stamp set, so I'm excited to get to play with that one too. And then, let's see, where's this one leading me? Oh yeah, these two are both great, Stronger Together and Stepping Stones. They're both really nice. They have really good sentiments and really strong voices in them, so I think this is a really, you know, these are really supportive cards and can make a lot of really great cards. And then the Reasons to Smile set. I'm excited about this. I love, again, fast cards, all about it. And you can see them using the craft card stock here, the craft cards. But, you know, like a note card and envelope that's ready to go. The Corgi, the guinea pig, come on. It's gonna be a great day. Like, he's adorable. So, and then a couple more. The Happy Forest Friends. Marion really loves the little mushroom paper, and I think the bear and the fox and everything are really cute. So this will be a fun set to play with. And then the, let's see if I don't want to forget anybody. I don't leave anybody behind. No, this way. Sorry, my tabbing wasn't so great. Oh, because of this set, yes. This is the Charming Sentiment Bundle. I really like the sentiments, but I also really like that they can fussy cut them out. A lot of people have been doing this lately, and I just don't have the patience to actually fussy cut them out. So, hey Terry, welcome. And then this set is so cute, the Cheerful Basket. I love the little craft supplies, art supplies, but I love the kitty and the apples. I think this is a really cute set. And someone on our team is going to be making a swap with this one, so I'm really excited to see it. And then, oh yes, the Good Feelings stamp set. This is so beautiful, especially with that sunray stamp. And I think this turned out, this is a really nice set. I love all the fonts. So, in general, a very happy, cheerful catalog. If you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Let's work on our mystery stamping. All right, so we have got our smaller than normal card base, so don't freak out, but it is just a single piece of paper cut to, and I put it in the comments, 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then we've got a very vanilla or whisper white, either one, whichever coordinates, piece that is 4 by 10, and it's scored at 5 inches. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and we're actually gonna create little like flaps behind it. So these flaps are gonna come over, and I'm going to fold mine over before I glue it. And the reason I'm gonna do that is I want it to look good, and I don't want to like glue it and then be like, oh, sad, you know, it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So there's one, and then the other one, going to line it up. Let's see. Harder than it looks. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is going to be my front. So this is going to be my back, and I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. You're going to glue it on the back with adhesive, hopefully. So that was interesting. I was teaching a class today at the senior center, and it had been a while since I had seen someone do that, but they were putting the adhesive on the cardstock instead of on the designer series paper. And I always feel like putting it on, you know, what you're going to apply it to is a better idea, because then you at least know your aim is right. Like, what if I put glue on here and it was off or something, right? Then I would have created a mess. So, all right, we'll slide that back where it needs to go. Sorry, all right, there we go. Okay, so now we've got, this opens here, which is really cool. All right, so you're starting to see the construction of it, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and put some adhesive down on the back. And I'm going to adhere this pretty well, because I think this is gonna take a lot of strain, and I think people are gonna try to like open this in all sorts of wacky ways. So we're going to maybe not so centered. Well, you know, I used Seal Plus, so we are now just gonna live with that. All right, there you go. The lesson of the day. Take the extra time to go grab the other adhesive. All right, so I really love the stripes on this sun print paper, and I'm gonna bring us down just a little bit. All right. I love the stripes and I love the little polka dots, but I want a little bit of contrast. So I'm going to wrap this over and wrap this over. And I want to make sure that I'm going to cover where these two are coming together. And I know that that might be sacrilegious what I just did, but it's okay. All right, so we're creating a little belly band with this strip. And we're gonna end up putting this on top of it. And so, but we're gonna do a little bit of stamping too. And then I want this to be tight, but not so tight that I can't, you know, slide it off, right? So, okay, okay. Yay. All right, now, I'm looking to see. So I've got kind of the ribs on here, so I'm gonna flip this over. And we're gonna stamp some pretty stuff. All right, so I wanna stamp, to me, it looks like a ginkgo leaf. I don't know if that's really what it is, but that's what we're gonna stamp. And I wanna stamp it in Smoky Slate. Pretty. Smoky Slate's a pretty great color. I'm gonna leave this open. I think we're gonna stamp maybe some of the other greenery on the inside of the card. So we can kind of open this guy up, maybe. And let's stamp a little bit of other greenery on there. We'll do a little Smoky Slate. Why not? That's funny, these guys are kind of going the wrong direction. They're a little bit upside down. It's no big deal. Ooh, that's pretty. Nice. Okay. So I'll close that guy back up. Close them up. Close them up. And then I'm gonna have this on the belly band, which I threw somewhere. Good. All right, good. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment and put it on here. But I'll probably just use, I need a couple of embellishments. So let's get some embellishments out and then let's decide what sentiment do we want? Which one do we like? All right, so best wishes and happy thoughts. You're on my mind. Hello. A heartfelt thank you. I love a heartfelt thank you. Who doesn't love a heartfelt thank you? A heartfelt thank you. Okay, good. And then let's see which this one fits in. This has been my like punch du jour lately, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that fits. It's tight, but it fits. I might do the postage stamp though. It fits a little better. Okay, so gonna mount that, and we're gonna stamp that in Starry Sky, because that is just gorgeous. Yay. Oh, Patsy, is everything okay now? I'm like, All right, I hope everybody can see everything. Thanks for chiming in, guys. Nice to see everyone. Hey, Kathleen, how's it going? All right, I'm gonna stamp. It's probably wasteful to stamp this way. All right, I'll stamp this way. We'll see if I can fit it. How good am I? We'll find out. Oh, that's pretty. Yay. All right. Nice. Okay, that'll look nice down there. And then, you know, if I thought this was a little too tall, I could always come back in. This is kind of a neat trick. Usually I would use masking paper for it, but you can also use a Post-it note, or the other thing you can do is you can use the sticky side of this. So I can actually trim it again, and I can trim off a little bit if I thought that was just a little too tall and I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, which I do. So yay, awesome. And let's see, I like the little splooshes in here, right? This is that one I used the other day, the little splooshy piece. But I'm not sure that I want to do that on here. I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm gonna stamp off though. So let me get a scrap piece. I've got a little scrap corner here I can use. So I'm gonna stamp off a couple of times over here, and then I'm going to just stamp a little bit here. 1, 2, and maybe here, and then 1, 2. Maybe we'll go here, and 1, 2. So I'm just trying to like fill a little bit of space and make this look a little bit more, you know, textured. So, and I'll make sure to kind of vary and rotate what I do so that nothing looks, you know, the same, right? And we get kind of all the little edges. I might do a little piece there. I might do one more piece here. Okay, cool. All right, so that kind of fills the space visually, and that's nice. And then we can always add a few little sequins. But I thought this was a really fun fold, and I thought this was a really cool way to do it. I've used like flat panels before. I'm gonna make this too tight. I've used flat panel cards before, but I haven't done one with like these little front flaps too. So it does make for a nice, thick, substantial card. So, ooh, that's a good, I know, I love punches, Kathleen. That's a good question, Kathleen. Is Starry Sky no, Starry Sky is my second new favorite in color. My favorite in color is Orchid Oasis. Because it's real pretty. I love blues, I do. And I normally am a turquoise girl. So maybe Tahitian Tide, I just need a little bit of time with it. I don't know. All right, so in this case, I'm gonna kind of mark where I need the adhesive. Sometimes I would pop this up with dimensionals, but in this case, I'm actually going to just use some Seal. This is actually Seal Plus. But I do want to use something that's relatively strong, only because I know people are gonna be manhandling this, so. Just a wee bit. All right, and then we're definitely gonna pop this up with dimensionals. I have like, I don't know, I have some weird absences of regular size dimensionals. Please don't judge. I'm using weird skinny strips from like a paper pumpkin or something. I don't know. I've got some somewhere from that senior class I did, but no worries. This works just as good as everything else. Okay. And then we're going to, what I like by adding a little bit of color here, it helped this to stand out a little bit more. And so I think that's good. It gave it a little bit of contrast, which it needed. Okay, so now we have to decide what beautiful, beautiful things are we going to put on here? Oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah. All right, so I think these are retired though, aren't they? That's gonna make me sad. That's my retired box. This is my non-retired box. All right, yeah, I don't want that. All right, I don't have a lot of non-retired embellishments at this point. which is sad, I know. I'm gonna use the polished dots because they're technically not retired because they're in the spring catalog. So I feel comfortable adding a few of these clear polished dots. I think they're really pretty. I think they pick up a little bit of light, but they don't, like, they're not gonna detract, and I think they look a little like dewdrops. I could put some twine on here. I think that would be overkill. That's the Orchid Oasis, that's the Starry Sky. I think that would be overkill. I think we've got enough going on. I mean, this is quite the pattern party we've got, because I added like some background splooshy stuff as well, right? So I would say I'm probably done and, you know, good enough, right? So, this month's Simple Stamping Challenge from Stampin' Up is using in colors and making thank you cards. So, ta-da, we did it. So you could hashtag Simple Stamping on any of your social media posts with a picture, and if it has that month's theme, then you're entered in, and they give out prizes randomly. So, thank you, Patsy. So I think that's a fun way to, you know, be entered into a contest. I mean, why? Who wouldn't want to win a prize, right? And it's fun that it's kind of random. So hopefully you saw my post earlier with the thank you cards that I made for the teachers at Dripping Springs Middle School. I did have some family assistance with that, but they were really cute. So they were all tiger themed because it's tigers at her school, and it's that pocket card. We've made this before. Pretty sure somewhere we've got it, but it's basically a card front where you cut the front off. And just to show you how many I made, these are all the these are all the pieces that went on the front of that. So, you know, I've never made 100 of anything before, but I have now. So, and then I just kept the mojo going, and we did the same kind of style of card in Night of Navy for the senior center. So I'm going to show those off next week. But this is a really fun card. And then on the back, you can have a note or whatever. And then if you wanted to stick something cute in here, you could. You could put a little bookmark. You could put a little note, whatever you want. A gift card. We put little chocolates in there. And it's nice. It's a nice way to let people know you're thinking about them, and it doesn't have to be anything big or expensive. But I think it just shows that you care. So it's Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank your teachers. Thank your old teachers. Thank your kids' teachers. Thank people you know who are teachers, because you know that they are tired, and it is long and weary work. So, but hopefully you enjoy our little creation that we made today, and you had fun mystery stamping and learned a new fold, and also got to see some fun stuff in the new catalog that maybe you hadn't noticed before. So how long is the bookmark? They are tiny. They're the 2-inch ones. I use the old retiring tag topper punch, and I think they're only 4 inches. Yeah, they're just 4. So they're very, very tiny. So I did this one for someone special. So yes, this is these are fun. These are fun little cards to make. And you know, I was using the trimmer. I did the trimmer here, and then at one point I was using the trimmer this way too, and I gave up and just used scissors, and it was perfectly fine. This one, I feel like you need a pretty accurate piece. This way, maybe not so much, but there's definitely some moments where I was like, all right, we need to find a faster way to do this. So me and the trimmer were having discussions. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed all the excitement. What is the fold called? This one or this one? Because I don't know. I call this one a pocket fold because it makes a pocket. I have no idea if that's the official name. This one I got in a mystery stamping, like this was a mystery stamping. I have no idea. We're gonna have to come up with a name for it. It's not a flip flap. I mean, it's definitely got, it's got a belly band. It's got a fold over and a comb over, you know? I don't know, like I I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a name for it. Let me know if you have any thoughts, Patsy Palmer. It did not come with a name, and I've never seen it before. So, you know, people are always inventing new ways to take paper and make magical things with it. So, and what recipient wouldn't be jazzed? They might not know how to open it, but this might be a card you have to present in person, because I can see my mother like ripping anyways, yes, this is probably a card you would want to present in person. Or maybe stick a post-it note in here that says, slide belly band off, then open flaps to reveal inside card or something, you know, triangular fold. Yeah, but it's not. There are other triangular folds. It's fancier than a triangular fold. I don't know. This one's really wild. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I was excited when I saw it. And I welcome you to do it with your people. So thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night, and happy Wednesday, happy crafting. And I'll be posting this on Stampin' Up or on YouTube later on. So make sure that you watch the replay. If you're watching later, say hi. And if this is an existing fold and you happen to know the name, let me know. I would be happy to hear it. So, all right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. I'll say goodnight.